So now our app is working pretty well. Let's do something about these floating action buttons. So here I have a floating action button that just pops up a snack bar. When I click on it, it doesn't really do anything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the icon here to be the eye icon. And when you click on it, it's going to hide the fish, just like this action button does. So I'm going to remove this action button from the action bar and just use the floating action button instead. And then on these other themed activities, I'm just going to get rid of these action buttons entirely. So you'll see both how to get rid of the action button and also how to use the action button. So let's get rid of the action buttons on the other ones first. So I'm going to start in my activity custom. And here's the XML for the action button, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And I'll do the same thing for the dark and for the light and for the light dark. And then for the main, I'm not going to get rid of it, but I'm going to change the icon. So instead of the built-in Android drawable for the email icon, I'm going to use my ICI.png, so IC under I. So that's all I need to do to change the icon on the button. And then for the code, I'm going to get rid of this chunk of code here for custom, light, sorry, that was dark, light, and light dark bar. So main activity, let me explain what this Java is doing, and I'll expand this. So this thing right here, this is a Java immediate object. So basically it's creating a new onClick listener, a contained class, and I'm overriding the onClick method. So this is a common thing in Java. Basically, user interface elements and other things can have listeners on them that respond when various events occur. And so this is an onClick listener. It's listening for click events on views. And then by calling the set onClick listener method of the floating action button object, this attaches this click listener object to the floating action button, so that when I click on the floating action button, it executes the onClick method, which makes a snack bar that gets displayed at the bottom. And so all of this stuff is going to be the same. What I'm going to do instead, though, is I'm going to call toggle fish. So now I have the same action button. Now it has an eye icon, and it's got an onClick listener that's going to toggle the fish when I click on it. That's really all there is to it. So let me go ahead and run it and see if it works. Okay, so click on the eye, fish disappears, so that's working fine. Now to get rid of this button here, all I need to do is go to my menu, main, and remove the eye item, like so, and then run it. Oh, cannot find symbol variable action show fish, because this button doesn't exist anymore, so let me get rid of that. Okay, so now that button is gone, so I can show all four of these buttons here. The floating action button works, and when I view the custom theme, no floating action button. And now since all 4 of these icons are on the action bar, the overflow menu just has settings. So that's it for this project. I hope you've enjoyed this insight into Marshmallow. I think it's a little more complicated to use, which is why I'm sticking with the original tutorials, at least for this term. But if you want to start developing in Marshmallow, feel free to start adapting whatever the labs look appropriate to you. I'll go ahead and try to help you if you run into any snags.